Yep, that's my intro. Suns fan here with Cinder and Aster versus Spirit. Game number 2. We get to see a big, juicy bear. Do you like bear claws?
Guess I like them more than tentacles. I don't know if I had to do a rating.
Oh, you don't know what a bear claw is? Is that an American thing only?
Is it a plant?
It's a donut.
What? Okay, I did not know that.
You learned something from me today.
There is a plant in Danish. The literal translation to English would be bear claw.
Oh.
30 seconds to battle.
Maybe the donut is made out of that plant.
Maybe it would be bear hook. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Well, you're not going to ask me what's in it?
No.
It looks like a bear claw, kind of, and it has apple in it.
Oh, that does sound good. I like apple.
It's delicious.
So,
Uh-oh, Yatoro.
Yatoro is getting into trouble here.
Oh, sticky bomb, firestorm, earth shock. Oh, he actually is fine. Okay.
Remnant didn't hit. I don't actually know if he would have died even if it did hit. I think he was going to be.
That looked like he was definitely going to die.
2 for 2 split. So, I love the Ursa pick. I think this was the best possible hero that Spirit had left in their arsenal. The Anti-Mage got banned. They opted to not go for AA plus Void, which I thought they might do in the second phase.
Round 2? Nope.
It's going to be okay. So there's a couple of upsides to this. It's a good lane matchup against Underlord. You have a hero that can kill Morphling from your carry position. And I think Ursa complements Lion really well in all stages of the game. It's someone that Lion can play with and assassinate cores, which Lion loves to do this, but a lot of the time can't necessarily do it with many of the meta cores right now because they're off in the jungle farming. But Ursa would like to get involved a lot of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's one good thing. Ursa can also buy Diffusal Blade, as the panel talked about, which is a good item against the Morphling. So that's definitely good. As far as Aster goes, I think if Aster want to win a game, it's do or die. You put Sumail on Void Spirit.
Okay, well, right on cue. If they want to win the game, they can't die on Monet this early. That is, wow.
I don't understand how he died to this lane, actually.
That is insane.
Must have caught him off guard. They don't even have Gush, so he can't really have been surprised.
Yeah.
I don't know what could have happened here, but maybe overestimated how much health he had or something.
Maybe he was in the tree line where that ward shows him and he was full at... I don't know.
Oh, yeah, maybe he was morphing down. Actually, that's true.
XXS getting chased.
Here.
Yeah, this is going to be a rough lane for him. Tentacle Surprise number 2 is online.
But Boka's actually in trouble as well here.
He's going to get a sticky bomb down. And looks like he'll be able to walk away.
Yeah.
Yatoro needs the farm. Cinder and Siamese Cat. He's going to get the tombstone down.
He's just dying
the
to
blood
attack.
grenade as well, but yeah, he's just going to be casually right-click down. As Mira will be the eventual trade. Takes a while, but Monet finally gets on the board. Finally puts Aster on the board, in fact. Sumail fighting off against Laurel.
Laurel for now.
Yep, the Spirit Brothers.
Last game, Laurel got absolutely trashed in lane by the Timbersaw. This time around, much better conditions for him. The Void Spirit matchup is clearly better for him.
Yeah, we haven't really seen Void Spirit do very well since the nerf in the last mini patch. Letter patch.
I feel like he accounts for Aster's only win since then. Maybe they've won 2 games, but it's like when I see Aster Void Spirit, they win. And if they don't, it just hasn't looked as good. So Sumail definitely is pulling a lot of weight when he's playing this hero. And well, what better time to do it than in an elimination game? You've got to pull out all the stops here if you want to have a chance of going to Riyadh the direct way. I don't know how the math all boils down in the end when it comes to all the teams that get invited. It's something about average placement in the 2 seasons and whatnot. If you make top 4 in either season, I think you're probably close to being an invite from that alone.
Well,
I don't remember how good Aster's result was.
Tell Liquid that.
Last one. Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Take a harder route.
It's hard to tell right now, but Laurel kills Sumail.
There's that Death Note.
Wow. I mean, he is leading in the CS pretty dramatically. 21-2 to 13-3. So Sumail not off to a good start this time, which means Aster are likely going to have to try and help him, which they do have heroes that can do that. The blast off from the techies being the main component. But I am glad that we're seeing Tidehunter again. This is a hero that just had not seen for a while, and then the last couple weeks we've been seeing him as pulling a Cinder, and as always,
Let's keep it up.
Really love seeing Undying every single game. Mira
Yeah.
will get waveformed on by Monet. See,
All right, Sumail
they
has
knew
to...
I was not wanting that.
Yeah, it has to be genuine. So
Yeah.
I said Sumail has to come up big. He dies. You love Tide. He dies.
What's next? Well, the good news for Collapse, he doesn't really miss any creeps, and he's going to get solo XP now, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
And Anchor Smash, if you're able to get it off against Morphling early on, obviously a very valuable spell since he is mostly base damage.
Interesting. I wonder what influences Ember Spirit's skill builds in lanes like this. If Resonant Pulse makes it unappealing to max out the Slight. Because we have Ember matchups where Ember maxes Slight, and we have matchups where he maxes the Flame Guard. Maybe it's just because it's melee on melee, and you just get too much value out of having the guard. But could definitely harass Sumail quite a lot with points.
Yeah, Siamese
Slight
Cat's
as
going to
well.
get destroyed. Monet wants revenge, but
It's not going to
that is a Tide Hunter. Although he does have Adaptive Strike coming back soon. Either way, he's going to do pretty significant damage to both heroes. But Collapse is going to pull an entire wave plus some additional creeps.
Yeah, bottom lane definitely the best news for Aster in this game. Monet is doing very well for himself, putting some good pressure. He has a full level advantage against the Tide. Whereas Sumail in the mid not doing too hot. And the top lane, it's going okay considering it's Ursa against Underlord, but I imagine it's going to get harder and harder. Pichu trying to give some help mid here, but who's he really helping? It's like Laurel will easily clean this one up. Wonder if
Yeah, he is level 6 as well.
Tombstone's starting to be a problem, so time to
Sumail
get away
with
probably.
that level disadvantage. Searing Chains connects. Miposhka coming from the other side, which means Sumail has to revert to the other side. But Tentacle Surprise catches him by, well, surprise.
We finish each other's
Sandwiches.
surprises. Good one. You tried, but it was not sandwiches.
Okay, well, one day
Although,
we could
I
be
guess
that
if
close.
the sandwich had tomato, you would put that aside. And
you can eat that by yourself.
I do like tomato, I have to say. It's good.
Okay.
And you do like sandwich.
That is true. Who doesn't?
Just like
Miposhka.
heavy weapons guy.
Yeah. That's a good character. Wait, did he just cancel the blast off? No. He did not, Cinderin, in case you were wondering.
Yep, I was wondering.
Miposhka will go down to the casual right clicks. Baboka's Rain. I mean, ever since they changed this hero to actually have damage,
Yeah.
it's pretty absurd. As the Aether Remnant catches Laurel, he's able to Remnant away, though.
Yeah,
Now
he's
he'll
gonna
keep you
just
back,
refill here.
and he's fine.
I
Yeah.
think that's honestly the biggest difference between these two heroes in this matchup at this point in time is that Ember can trade with Void Spirit and they can burn each other down, and then Ember just gets a free refill.
Yep.
So, quite meaningful. He's just going to come back to mid. Obviously, Sumail didn't burn through everything he had, but Wisdom Rune exchange 1-for-1. Laurel is 1,000 ahead of Sumail after that second kill they got as well.
Yeah. I mean, we've
3-0.
seen Sumail get off to slow starts from time to time, but he's come back in a lot of these games because of the supports.
Yeah, and this
But
game,
it is already 7.5 minutes, and they haven't really seen much in the mid lane.
it's unlikely they find a way to kill Ember at this point, right?
Yeah.
Undying is not going to help much in the gank, so it needs to be Techies plus Void, and I think it's a very hard one to execute. If Ember is high on health and has Flame Guard ready, you don't have enough to get through it. Looks like they might just try it regardless. Baboka has shown up, but Laurel has a good ward here, so if Baboka gets close to the slope, Laurel will know.
Well, 8-minute rune is spawning. Laurel hoping it's top. There's going to be a clash for it at bottom.
It's
And
top,
it will be
and
top.
there's
It's
Laurel.
a shield rune. Laurel wants to fight. He's disarmed for the time being. Disarmed even more. Already at half HP. Has to Remnant away, although Sumail is going towards his Remnant. Man, he is taking some ridiculous damage. Dodges the blast off. And did Sumail stop chasing?
Yeah, he went for the line instead.
Oh, that
We'll
is
get him
unfortunate.
Miposhka. No, he won't. Not yet,
Miposhka.
anyway. He will.
Resonant
Wow.
Pulse takes him out.
Your time and place.
And now Mira will be able to outrun the sticky bomb. That is reactive taser.
Yep.
That is an ability on Baboka.
Yes.
Did you say something about that?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes the observers are just curious about it. I wonder what this is. Oh. Yeah, I'm sure they have their reasons. Collapse.
That's a lot of members of Aster. It's going to be the first Ravager of the game with the Meteor Hammer coming in as well. Siamese Cat trying to finish off Collapse, but they're not even going to be able to do that. Instead, Spirit will get 2 kills on both supports for Aster.
Awesome casting from Collapse there. The fact that he gets a 2-hero Meteor Hammer combo there is beautiful. That both of them were on the edge of that.
And what do you think of as XXS? I mean, being left alone against Yatoro, this is a very bad matchup, as the panel talked about.
Maybe he was afraid of a TP rotation or something, but...
What do you think of the Meteor Hammer build that we've been seeing on Tide? Hold that thought. Remember that question, Cinder, and Siamese Cat's dead.
I think it's pretty good. As long as you're off to an okay start on Tide, you use it to take the tower, it accelerates your farm, you can get stacks easier. I like it. It's a feels-good item on the hero in general. The region's nice.
I mean, how many other people are playing Tide right now? It's at least 2 different people that have built the
We've
Meteor.
seen XXS get it as well, and I'm trying to remember the last one. Pure bought it as well for bet.
Yeah, that's right. I think it was XXS that went the squishy build, right?
Yeah,
that was
he went very squishy.
Meteor Hammer, Blink, Hex.
Yes.
And then he couldn't withstand any damage.
And Pure went Meteor Hammer, Blink, Pipe.
Yeah.
And he could withstand damage.
Yes.
It's funny how that works.
Well, looks like he's learned his lesson. He's going Pipe next.
What do you mean learned his lesson? He hasn't gone the other build.
Huh? XXS?
XXS is on the other team.
Yeah, that's right, Cinder.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Well,
that was a test.
Okay, so production here showing what they meant by reactive taser. You missed Sleight of Fist when Tech uses taser, apparently. It got the disarm off on Laurel there.
During Sleight of Fist?
I think if you get disarmed before, right, then the Sleight
the Sleight doesn't do anything, yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, we've talked about that before as well.
Yeah. A little bit of a setup on Miposhka here, but Sumail cannot commit into this. Too much counterplay. Mira's going to steal Resonant Pulse. And as for Yatoro, quietly keeping up with the Morphling, closing in on Battle Fury. And Ursa with Battle Fury can pretty much keep up with Morphling's farming pace in the game in general. And I think in a 1-to-1 with how much value you get for net worth for these heroes, not a bad match for the Ursa in general.
Damn, that's really fast, though.
Yeah, he's
not quite done with it, but it's not like a naked battlefield or anything. Wraithband treads and Miposhka taking some damage from Sumail. Here comes the Fiend's Gate. They have the Impale. Pit of Malice is there, though, to help out from XXS. So the Lion will perish first.
Big rotation for that, but...
XXS thinking twice about going through the gate. He knows that Ursa might be waiting for him.
Yeah. And yeah, this rotation, actually not really that good. You kill the Lion, but you don't get any cores. Sumail expends a lot of resources. You use Underlord ulti, and you almost lose your top tower. So that didn't really work out the way they had hoped, I think. Aster would have loved to get more than just a Lion out of that.
Oh, Laurel. There's no way he can get this by himself, surely. Boboka's here to help out Sumail. Sleight of Fist, and away he goes. Getting relatively close to the Maelstrom. I love watching Undying. It's just never have mana.
Decay on decay action.
Yep. Gush into death. And now the tier 1 tower, both top and mid, might be going down in favor of Spirit.
That's funny.
Yeah, Yatoro does get that. And do they actually want to fight this? He's already used Enrage.
They definitely
Astral Step is there. Sticky Bomb as well. He's done for. Just picked up his Battle Fury, so doesn't really lose much gold.
That's such a funny Undying kill before this. He had plus 12 strength and minus 12 strength. Been decayed an even amount. Mira just kept trading decays, and you're like, you feel tanky as Undying, but not really in that situation. The kill on Yatoro's big. They really need something going their way for Aster here, and finding that Ursa and slowing him down will allow Monet to hopefully overtake him again and progress toward what I'm curious to see what itemization he's going to go, because Linken's against Lion is usually a feels-good item. Forces him to use Mana Drain first, and then Hex, and then Earth Spike, and just makes it a little bit harder for him to set it up. It also means you can't get opened by Telekinesis without blocking the Fate Bolt. But against Ursa, the Linken's doesn't really do anything. So I suppose if Ursa goes to Fusel, you block that, but it's not the greatest.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out. You don't want that morph or that attribute shift being stolen by Rubik.
I guess. It just needs to get it one time, though.
Yep, true.
So that's all tier 1 towers down for Aster. Tide took bottom, then he went to mid. And Ursa got the top one. Baboka in
Laurel
trouble.
finds himself a Baboka. Forces out the Pit of Malice. And it looks like Collapse wants to fight. He's got the cloak, so he's a bit tankier. And you can see the old Popeye Siamese cat. This is going to turn into a good old-fashioned team fight. Sumail with a big astral step. Laurel is going to be helped out by Collapse's huge Ravage. And Laurel able to reset, but Monet's on the other side to finish him off. Sumail will follow suit, so it's a 1-for-1 from each respective mid. Collapse now getting chased down. Nice impale from Aposhka, but will not save the watermelon, man. It looks like Mira might be next. We have 3 tentacle surprises in this game, with Monet being the other Leon.
And crucial there for Aster to have the numbers advantage. That looked like a really good Ravage Hammer combo, but they didn't have enough damage in the tank. With Ember dying and getting pressured as early as he did, couldn't take full advantage. Yeah. While Yatoro is doing a great job keeping up that farm, this Monet joining that fight was crucial for Aster to more or less level up or even out the game.
Yep, I think it was around 3K at that time, so pretty decent shift.
Ursa picking up the dagger. Curious to see what Yatoro's idea is here. If he has a specific target in mind, is his job to just jump in and blast the techies during a stun? Is it to try to kill Undying fast?
Oh, Sumail. Oh!
That's a good remnant. Oh, that's a...
Close.
Cutting it close. Dodging the chains there.
Monet, he gets the attribute shift off. Fury Swipe starting to stack up. XXS has come. Nice blast out from Baboka. Get the disarm onto 2. They're focusing down the tombstone, but now regret their decisions as the bear is on the run. Sticky Bomb slows him to a crawl. That'll be the end of him. And Aposhka able to walk that off, though, as Laurel has come now. He's going to find 2 members of Aster. He's going to take a waveform to the face, but able to remnant out of the pit. Meanwhile, Collapse is farming. After all that, only 1 dead, but now some major pressure this tier 1.
Triple bounty rune found by Miposhka at 16.
Perfectly normal.
Nice little influx of gold here for the Dire. They will lose their tower. And Aster have leveled the game now.
The Hex initiation, telekinesis into the impale, searing chains. Do they have the finish? Yes. Just enough damage, almost not
Very
enough.
Close. Miposhka didn't have mana for the finger there.
Yeah. Would have been nice to get that charge up.
Did the monster math and they got it done, but it's going to cost them Roche.
Yes.
Aegis will be going in all likelihood to Monet. It's very important to have Aegis on Morph this game. You're not safe against Lion Ursa. Second life will make things a lot easier. So 2K lead for Team Spirit. But this time around, they do not have the anti-mage against Morphling matchup.
Back to normal.
That's the 2K lead there.
Yeah, Collapse has the full pipe and actually going for Greaves.
Yep.
So not opting for a blink. I mean, they do have blink on Yatoro, as he's going to get caught a bit here and take some damage. Oh, Monet? Does he actually want to fight this? Anchor Smash going to reduce his damage pretty massively.
You can't kill him at all. This is really good from Collapse. He's just buying time for his team. And if they do commit for this push, Aster needs to be careful. Meteor Hammer. Oh, they see him.
Yep, they want to go further. But nice impale from Aposhka on the sideline. But Collapse is so slow. He does have the Ravage, but will he have the follow-up if he has to use it? Pops the pipe. Actually, that's XXS popping the pipe, Collapse just taking too much damage.
Is under attack.
Spirit
Spirit
weren't interested in draining numbers. Exactly.
Radiant's
Yatoro's off farming, Laurel is pushing mid. The idea there was that Collapse could delay this push as much as possible, and he did his darndest, but the tower will fall in a moment. No glyph. Monet will take it down.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's a
under
big
attack.
steal.
Firestorm is very good.
It's S tier on this hero.
S tier.
Yes. It's incredible, this spell.
I mean, I knew it was really good.
You have
I
some-
figured Fissure would be S tier.
That is also S tier.
Okay.
They just... You have so much damage with the spell amp on this spell. It's crazy. Like, let's say you catch Morph and he starts attribute shifting. This spell is going to deal hundreds upon hundreds of damage every wave.
Radiant's
Because his
middle
max
tower
HP
is
goes
under
up so
attack.
much. So, very, very strong. And if they don't have much health, just the initial waves with Spell Amp also hurt. So very good for killing Morph, very good for killing the Underlord himself. Rubik, a classic counter pick for Underlord for that specific reason. Stealing Firestorm is just that good. And alternatively, stealing Pit of Malice is not bad either, because the root lasts really long on Rubik as well. So, loves to play against this hero.
Never refuse.
Oh, you love
Look at
this.
that.
Minute
My
20.
boys. Yeah, they're ready for it. Objective-based gaming. Unfortunately,
Lions are.
Miposhka gets it.
Well, he can mana drain away some Morph Mantas.
Yeah, it's
Not
actually
too terrible.
I just hate Lion. You know that. It's a
I know
personal
that.
vendetta.
Yeah. I would agree, though. The Rubik one's probably better. It's a really good save against Pit of Malice.
We talked about that. I said it was, what, 80-20 for Rubik to get it. Built-in RNG, so...
Yeah, we'll pay close attention to that in future Rubik games. So
Not
far,
confirmation bias.
very surprisingly, it's been about 50-50 in my experience, but I'm sure with some more sample, this will be pushed in the 80-20 direction. Just give it enough games.
Yeah, exactly. You've just been very unlucky
Yeah.
to have it even.
I guess Firestorm, just clearing a full
What do you
creep wave.
think of...
It's so cool.
As we have... Oh, my.
Don't die, Baboka.
This shard goes to Baboka. That one's pretty good, too.
Reactive Taser for allies. Guess it's mainly good to put on...
Both Morph and Void.
It's pretty good on Undying, too. Give him move speed so he can get in and hit with Flesh Golem and disarm people when they turn around on him. It's not too
Then
bad.
again, you want the grab ally. Let's be real.
That's true. I think Grab Ally would probably be
Grab
better,
ally
so.
this game, very good against Ravage and whatnot, if you're able to get it down before.
Yeah, that's the thing that you could argue is that Ravage is actually a kind of decent solution against it if that comes before the Tomb, because it's likely going to clip the Undying as well when you're going for your primary kill. Mira will
He
not
did.
survive this. Blasted to smithereens. And this is a mid tower for Aster, making some nice progress around the map. Might cost them XXS
Oh,
here.
Yules.
No, they cannot commit to
Gonna
this.
dispel
That's
Yatoro's
a lot of
overpower.
TPs.
Yeah, he's stuck inside this Pit of Malice now. Has to kind of just fight his way through.
BKB
At the BKB TP. Nice pickup, though. The Yules definitely kind of...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's a nice solution to Ursa before he gets the BKB off.
Did force a triple TP there, at
True.
the very least, with that pressure play onto XXS. So that
always
opens
have-
up the map a
You
little
always
bit.
have Fiend's Gate.
That's true. They can still connect to top together with that if they want to. It looks like XXS will be playing isolated most of the time. So we'll only be able to one-man gate, not bring the team there. But the rest of them will just make their own move. So then it's not a problem. Smoke is up. Aegis is gone, though. So this was perhaps a missed opportunity. This move 1 minute ago would have felt a lot stronger. So now, seeing if he can find anything here. Not so far. They're hoping someone will walk in and spring the trap, but Spirit are wisely playing around each other in mid, and they will make their own smoke move. It'll break instantly, though.
Yep, instant hex though onto Sumail. He gets impaled. But he looks to be perfectly fine now that that pipe is popped. Collapse is the one that's completely surrounded. Pit of Malice on him. He's going to use the Ravage. Yatoro jumps in, focusing on the Morph. Monet able to waveform away. Laurel and company looking to back and potentially reset. Knowing that that Ravage is down, though, although you can see
Firestorm.
Morph very low on HP. Searing Chains catches Sumail. You can see Yatoro jumps back in with the BKB. He didn't even use that in that fight, apparently. He must have been on cooldown still. They're able to clean him up.
Spirit seem a little bit unsure what they want to do here.
Yeah.
Meteor Hammer.
Interesting usage there, Collapse.
Anticipating the waveform, but it didn't come out.
Gonna have to get a replay of that pretty soon as the gush is there onto XXX.
Now, what is happening? He's just in
Very weird fight.
Neither
But in the
team
end,
really
Spirit
seems,
gets 2 kills.
Yeah, both teams a bit unsure what they wanted to do there. So first Spirit were dancing around a little bit, some going in, some not, and then it was Aster's turn to send in their Underlord alone and just have him killed off.
And they're not done yet.
Nope.
Undying's dead. His tombstone will follow. Oh, Blastoff comes in, but it's on the enraged Yatoro. So he kind of shrugs it off, and now they're turning their sights onto Lara. Oh, is it going to get the Morphling? They do! Triple kill for Mira. Aster fight despite being way down in numbers. And they initiated on an enraged Ursa. My goodness.
I think they were hoping to catch him off guard and not get the enrage off, but Yatoro was ready, and that was just bait. His team were all gonna follow up on that, so if he doesn't die in the initial burst, this is a total disaster. And yeah, so this situation here, Monet is lucky to live in the first place here. This is so close. Oh, one more hit would have done it, but he does get the reset. And this fight just took forever. Weaving in and out, but ultimately, Spirit maybe a little bit more on the same page with what they wanted to do when XXS got kind of isolated and stuck up in the high ground alone.
All right, watch Collapse here, everybody. This is why this is so extended. 3, 2,
And I was like, we want to go? No, we don't want to
1,
go.
and
And then Aster like, we want to go.
now.
Wave, anticipating
My
waveform.
teammates!
This would actually have been a good hammer, but he got slight chained by Ember. I think Monet would have waveformed there. So I like that in anticipation for Collapse.
Good attempt. I mean, that would have been really sick if it worked. Roche up in a minute, 40 seconds. And as always, these teams have no idea that that's the case, so they will occupy this side of the map for the foreseeable future because it is not daytime for quite a while. Feels like it's... Doesn't it feel like Roche, when people are taking, is like 80% of the time up top? Is that just me?
You love your 80-20s, don't you? I bet it's 50-50.
But seriously.
I bet it's probably 50-50.
Come on, Cinder. You've been casting with me the past 2 weeks.
All right, so I will say there's a good chance it gets killed more on the top side, and there's 2 reasons for that. First of all, it's night, which the team that is attacking Roche might draw advantage from that with information. And the second thing is just, you know, if you look at the timing of when it turns day to night, maybe it just lines up better, right? The first time you can kill Roche around 15 minutes, and then the second time around 25.
Yeah.
It kind of checks out, so.
Okay. 80-20, like I said.
Oh, it would be so funny if we had a stat on that on hand right now, and it's 50-50. Or 80-20 for Radiant, that would be even better.
Yeah, come on.
That's definitely not the case, though.
Fake news.
Yeah. 9K lead for Team Spirit. If Aster fail this fight, I think this lead is going to become insurmountable. Sameo!
Oh boy, he gets insta-gibbed. My goodness.
He cannot be alone in front there with no coverage. They don't have vision.
Yeah,
they don't
Baboka,
know.
he's found as well. Collapse, he's just waddling in. Still has the Ravage available. He's taking tons of damage from this Firestorm. We'll pop the pipe though. This Pit of Malice is really nice
opportunity here.
And they're still not buying back on Sumail, as Roche is now up.
Aster, if they overextend now, they don't have Tombstone out here and they don't have their mid. Like, this play does not exist.
I mean, they know that they can't take it in 15 seconds, so I think Sumail can just safely come back, but they're not going to have Tombstone. Ravage is still there. As Roche is just sniffing outside his pit, making sure nothing crazy is going on. He's like, all right, everything's normal.
No Tombstone for this fight.
And now the Fury swipes have come for Roche. Sticky Bomb for some information. XXS with the Firestorm Collapse. Nice zoning Meteor Hammer.
Stolen Firestorm for the pit fight. Very nice here from Mira as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they're going to smoke up now.
I like this play. Drawing a very big circle here, Collapse. I don't think they're going to go that far around.
Well, we'll see. I mean, this would be... Toro, he's the one with the Blink Dagger, remember. He's going to show himself in the lane. Gives away some information. Laurel looking for Sumail again. Sticky Bomb not going to find connection. Lotus Flower still sitting in the fountain. Nobody's interested, though. Firestorm stolen again. As the Scotty, I believe, is being delivered right now to Yatoro. Oh, he has it already.
XXS is in trouble
Time
now.
to show it off. XXS deleted. Monet pops the BKB. There's the Ravage. Only going to clip one, and it's just the Undying buyback now from XXS as the Tombstone goes down pretty much right off the bat. Baboka with the initiation, only clipping Miposhka, though. And XXS, if they can get this will be a dieback. Now they're focusing him with the bear. Fury swipes continue. He's dead. Dieback for the Underlord. So Mao trying to go through the Fiend's Gate with all his might, but he does not get there in time. Does have buyback, but there's no way, as Baboka just barely gets out. There's no way they're going to buy back for this, knowing that Underlord cannot participate. So Roche, finally,
Another
will go to
5k
Spirit.
gold as well for Spirit there. That's a dieback on the Underlord. They went from 9 to 14 and going to 15 with this. And if they want, they can sweep through the jungle and get a couple of bounties as well, so probably make that 16k. And this is just the poke and prod, and this is why Ursa is so good against Underlord together with the stunners that he has on his team. At some point, there's going to be a moment of opportunity, and I love how Yatoro's been playing this game, just patiently waiting, letting the poke commence, letting the Firestorm do its job, and then when heroes drop to half health, that's when he pounces in, and here again, Underlord trying his best to survive, but it's just not enough. And Sumail with his escape plan
Oh, so close. My goodness.
didn't quite make it out. Collapses, SMHing his head
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
in joy.
16k lead for Team Spirit. Massive advantage
Oh, a Wisdom Rune.
with the bounties.
Does Baboka not want the Wisdom? Didn't he see it?
It's just biding his time. All right.
Okay, fair.
He knows it's not going to go anywhere.
Under attack.
Maybe he thought they were baiting it. I don't know.
Money changes hands.
It's a pretty late Wisdom Rune. We'll get it. Setting up some mines here.
Yep, Laurel.
Oh,
Okay, Baboka's gone. Tier 2 tower will fall in favor of Spirit. Aegis and Cheese on Yatoro. And he looks like he's going for a Linken's, actually. We'll block the Yules, which has been kind of annoying for him. And obviously, does Morph have Ags? Ags actually isn't very good against Ursa, right? Because of the overpower.
I would say it's definitely one of the worst carry matchups because Ursa doesn't need his attack speed nearly as much as other Agicores. Which is another part of why this matchup is good for Ursa.
Yatoro jumps in.
That's not going to happen.
Yeah, but he gets Yules. Doesn't have that Linken's yet. Pops the Enrage. Nice double searing chains there. And it looks like Spirit are going to easily get this tower, although the fortifications pop to delay.
They're not going to kill the siege creep with it, though. I think maybe they will, barely. Okay, they will. Last volley.
And I think they still get the tower.
Yeah.
And Yatoro wants to jump back in, but Baboka just barely lives, but the Sleight of Fist is too much, and Mira with the Fade Bolt. But they do get the Aegis in turn. That's, again, very early usage. So Spirit will get the tower. Enrage was popped.
Oh, there's a possible Ravage.
And he's thinking about it.
Obviously, no
faking
dagger
it out.
makes it a lot harder.
Grab ally available.
Barracks.
In anticipation of this, he's going to use it. Grab ally on the Undying himself, but he will not live through the Slight. Laurel just a constant nuisance to this Aster squad. And it looks like Spirit will get a set of racks.
Radiant's bottom
And I don't see what's stopping them from going mid. They have everything. They have...
Well,
the only
not
thing-
Aegis.
No, but they have everything else. They have Ravage. They have Cheese on Yatoro. There's no Tombstone. There's no Undying.
Yeah,
yet.
they're fake backing, going back in, collapse
no.
with the Ravage into the Meteor Hammer. Actually, not that much damage done. Follow-up was a little underwhelming, but you can see Sumail taking the brunt of the damage now as Miposhka blows him up. And now XXS in the cover of his base, but gonna need a lot more cover than that. Monet, he pops the BKB kind of early. And that's a big item down, and I think you're right. Team Spirit can just continue on. They have very low cooldown stuff other than that Ravage, which doesn't seem like they even need.
radiant structures are falling.
Aster gonna smoke. This is a desperation move. They need to find something here, but they're 3 on 5, so it doesn't really seem feasible to go in. Spirit can easily cover for themselves.
Yep, another tower down. Tombstone still there with the grab ally available, which Baboka was using apparently. It pops right out.
Top tower is under attack.
What is Tidehunter going for with that Vit booster?
Heart.
Oh my god, he has a heart.
Well then.
Holy cow. Okay, Collapse, we see you, buddy.
Yeah. Gonna take more damage from Firestorm, but he's gonna tank everything. So it shouldn't matter. Aeon Disc picked up so many luxury items coming out now. Miposhka with that. It's not gonna be an instant snipe for Sumail and company. Doesn't have it on himself just yet.
It's slower than average, though.
It's because the average is based on one match.
It's probably Collapse, if I had to guess.
Maybe.
Oh, Yatoro really wants to kill the Tombstone, but it's not going to happen. Turns his sight to Monet instead. Lincoln just pops the BKB thereafter. Sumail, he's really low. The telekinesis into the finger, and he just dies. Oh my. That is not what you want to see if you're an Aster fan. And now Spirit are looking to finish this game. Sumail with no buyback available. They have so much damage from afar. Like, they don't even need to invest very much to get these kills. And Spirit, overall, they get 3 kills. And GG's called.
It's over. Aster bow down. Back out of the game.